What's up guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here and
your girl Neetu here.
Today we want to talk to you about 5 things that you should know about having a pet in Canada. First thing is licensing. Neetu, how much are we paying for the licensing?
It's about $20 a year. It's not that expensive.
And I want to tell you one thing that probably lots of you are going to be surprised. If you told me when I came to Canada you have to have a license for your cat, I'll be like, excuse me, what? That's my cat or a dog. Like, why would I have a license? In Canada you should have a license because the government, I think they can give you a fine, right? There is a bylaw to give you a fine if they find out that you have an unlicensed cat.
So Igor, let's talk about meals.
Yes. Okay, so if you are planning to buy cat food in Canada, for example, our cat is spoiled cat. Ukrainian cat,
Our cat is a special cat.
I've been to India. I've seen cats in India. Cats are the same as in Ukraine. They eat what you have to eat. Like if it's meat or bone, they're going to eat it, because if it's fish, they're going to just tear that fish apart. This cat is like, you know, I need specifically Dolorama quality, but there is a little bit moist and not too hard on her tongue.
That's wet food.
That's wet food. And also dry food, there is like some cheapest preservative looking like a cracker with the picture of a fish on it. That's the fish for our cat. So you would actually, you know, if you are thinking that you're going to come to Canada and start feeding your cat or a dog with anything, whatever you have in the fridge, well, that might not always work for you. And this is going to be an extra expense because cats have and dogs have expectations here. Well,
they say that dry food is better for your pet than wet food, because in wet food they put a lot of preservatives. Yeah. I would say it's about the same. Dry food, it's easier to store, but wet food, once you open it, you would want to store it in a plastic container in your fridge because it's going to get spoiled. So Igor is going to tell you some points about litter.
Thank you, Neetu. Very nice topic for me left. So if you have a dog in Canada, let's say we have a cat, but let's say you have a dog, did you know that you actually have to wear a glove or like have a bag and go and pick up the poopy after your dog and keep it in a bag? Otherwise you're going to have a fine from the city of Calgary. This is an expense as well. You have to buy plastic bags and go behind your dog, and if the dog poops you have to pick it up, keep it in the bag, tie it up, put it in the garbage. That's an expense. For the cat you have to buy soil, and there is so many brands of soil, of sand, there's different sand, and there are so many different types of toilets that they sell for cats. There's an entire industry here. So for cat litter, how much are we spending, Neetu? Like for that box, it's like $10, $15, $20 sometimes.
$15, I would say a month. It would last a month and a half.
Yeah, and plus the food and all, it all adds up. All right, Neetu, so you remember how they kicked us out from the apartment, right?
Yes, that was a different situation. The owner of the house didn't really like us having a pet. He didn't want the pet to be in the basement or in his upper part of his house. So he basically wanted to kick us out and say that, you know, it was not allowed. You either give up your pet, or you either give up your house.
Yeah, not happening. Yeah, we are not giving up the cat. He was telling, he had a quote, he said, get rid of the cat and then you can stay. I was like, no, we are going to get rid of the landlord, not the cat. Cat is the family now. And the 4th point is pet hotel. Nice. So Neetu, do you remember how we went to Machu Picchu?
So we went to Peru and it cost us $200 for 10 days to have our cat Kali in a pet hotel. They were charging us about how much? $20 a day. So that's 20 times 10 days, $200, and that's just for 10 days. So that's a bit expensive, but at the same time, if you look for a pet sitter, they would also charge you the same amount, but
No, they wanted $40, Neetu, you remember? They wanted like $40 per visit.
And they would come to your house. They can also water your plants for that extra amount, remove the litter, put new soil in, check your mail.
And they don't want to do it less than $40. So if you're having a pet in Canada, if it's a cat and you're planning to go for vacation now, well, the cost of labor is expensive. So this is another expense that you have to consider. And the final last point is medical expense. That is, I think, the biggest here. Nitu, how much did we pay for the vaccination?
We paid about $150 to $200 for vaccination. So here's the trick. If you go through the city of Calgary, it's much cheaper. They would give you a consideration that you're coming through city of Calgary, you've registered your license, you paid for it, and then you go to these pet clinics to get your pet neutered or vaccinated. So it's much cheaper than to go directly.
And it has to be done. If you're planning to go for vacation and you're like, okay, you know, here's my small puppy or cat, take care of them, they'll say, oh, did you get your vaccination? Whoopsie, you actually have to get vaccination regardless. So there's lots of regulation that makes you spend a lot of money. And medicine is expensive. When our cat was feeling sick, we took the cat to the vet and we asked them to do an x-ray. What was the price they asked us?
So they asked us about $600 to $1,000 depending on what exactly is wrong with your cat. So they wanted to take an x-ray, and then probably if it's more complications involved, then they would also want to do a surgery. So that's even more. So most people, what they do here is they take a pet insurance.
And that is basically what it means is if your cat or dog is healthy, regardless, you just have to pay. And in case your cat or dogs get sick, you pay less. That's what happens. But you still have to pay for the insurance. So still, there is a pet expense in Canada, and I would say that, of course, there is a mosquito that was just eating me. Oh my God! Of course, it's going to cost you slightly more to have a pet in Canada. What do you think on a yearly basis? I think $1,000 should be enough. Yeah.
Well, 1,000 to the upper extent, you should see somewhere closer to $600 to $1,000 a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
a year.
So. Yeah, that's what it happens. But at the same time, with the income in Canada, I don't think you would have too much of trouble. But just keep this in mind: if you're planning to get a cat or a dog, there are additional expenses, and just because it is Canada and all these medical things, so all of these expenses, they do add up, but it's not too expensive. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I want to find out your opinion. If you have a cat or a dog in Canada, how much are you paying? Do you have any tricks of the trade how to save money? What do you do to spend less for medical? And do you have any suggestions for pet owners like ourselves and other people who are watching this video? Just write in the comments below. Make sure you comment. I want to know your questions and answers for those people who have them, because you probably have some knowledge of something that I didn't mention in this video and would be helpful for everyone. Also, if you're liking this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel right here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. And if you find this video helpful, hit that like button, and we will see you in the next video. It was Igor and
Neetu.
have a good one, guys.